the ease of doing business daripada 23 kepada 18. Dan kebelakang ini kita telah diiktiraf the 5th most favored FDI nation in Asia. Dan kita tepati segala janji, bukanlah janji-janji kosong daripada Pakatan Raya. Sebab itu kita berani melancarkan janji ditepati. So dalam 3 tahun ini rakyat dapat menilai apa yang dilakukan oleh Barisan Nasional di bawah pimpinan Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib. Anwar seharusnya debate dengan semua orang, kerana kita tak tahu apa dia akan lakukan. Kerana sehingga hari ini Pakatan hanya melakukan apa yang dikatakan dalam bahasa English, full of rhetoric, no specific, short on delivery. So Anwar got to convince us to translate this rhetoric into what we call delivery. NCA got no right to talk about policy. May I remind, ladies and gentlemen, NCA has been involved in nation building from day one. We were the one who were involved in the fight against the communist insurgency, the resettlement of the Chinese in new villages, the fight for independence, the right of citizenship after independence by birth. That's why Lim Kit Siang and Lim Guan Eng are citizens of this country. We lay down the foundation of Malays, Chinese and Indian working together to make sure that this nation work and progress. And we have progressed. We advocated e-direction and integration, not assimilation. That's why Lim Guan Eng is not called Sukarno Lim. These are history. Of course you say it's history, but it's all part of nation building, of which DAP has no role to play. Barisan Nasional has unveiled the socio-economic transformation program of Malaysia to make sure that we achieve a high-income nation, greater prosperity, and better quality of life for all by 2020. What has Pakatan Rakyat tell us? There is no clear direction for growth. That's what I say, full of rhetorics, full of promises. And if you look at all the 4 Pakatan Rakyat states, 95% of the promise is janji kosong. Every day you tell the whole world that you give $100 to the old people. Hey, NCA also gave $100 to our members. You say that you give $200 to the newborn, and they must be voters. NCA say we give 200 also to our newborn babies. Hey, state government giving 100 and 200, these are all populist policy. It does not address the fundamental problem of this country. And the fundamental problem of this country requires a social, a political and economic transformation program, of which we are all well acquainted. And when you talk about education, I would say DAP has nothing to show. Through MCA, we established Tunku Abdul Rahman College, University Tunku Abdul Rahman. We have trained 200,000 graduates of all races, including a significant number of DAP leader and past. We may be a political party, but we are proud that we take care of 45,000 students of all races, providing affordable, accessible, and quality tertiary education. On mother tongue education, we have been very consistent. We promote mother tongue education in the context of a multiracial country. DAP role is very simple. They just incite all the Chinese to hate and suspicious of the government and MCA. Then under Barisan National, all the mother tongue education is marginalized. It is a sellout by MCA. Yes. And that is all they do. What they practice is what we call hate and blame politics. And we are proud that all the initiatives we have, education, welfare, poverty eradication, in the last 1.5 years, the One MCA Medical Foundation, whereby we have disbursed more than 7.6 million, benefiting 1,200 patients of all races. And these are all due to public donation. DAP has nothing to show. DAP has only one thing to show. They collect a lot of money from the rakyat. And despite your call of accountability, transparency, and nothing to show. Transparency, accountancy, where are they? No, where have all the money you have collected gone to? There is a crying need for transparency and accountability of where your public money has gone to. Maybe DAP believe in the what we call money power, so that you can have political power.
1 more minute.
May I suggest, Honorable Chief Minister, please start a kindergarten in Penang to help the poor. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not be misled. There is no low-cost house built by the state government from 2008 to 2010. This do not come from Chua Soi Lek. This come from the Auditor General report of 2010. No low-cost house, ladies and gentlemen. As to a series of allegations, I shall reply one by one during my what we call summation, so that all of us can leave this room convinced that DAP is just a camouflage for a Chinese chauvinist party.
President, thank you very much, Chief Minister and Mr. President. We have heard the introductory remarks from both our debaters. I would like to now pose the first question to the President of MCA and the second question to the Chief Minister of Penang. Firstly, the MCA President. Mr. President, you have stated a number of major achievements of the MCA and that the MCA have contributed to nation building. You have argued that MCA's policies have now been integrated into government policies. Yet today, there are among many urban voters that there is a perception that the MCA has not done enough. There is a perception that many urban voters today are not supporting the MCA. So what would you do to try to regain more support for the MCA?
Thank you, Tan Sri. We accept the fact that this is a multiracial country. And the practice of Barisan National is called the policy of balancing balancing the needs, the sensitivity, and the expectation of all races. DAP likes to tell the Chinese that they are marginalized. But let's be fair. If you look at the statistics of this country, the household income of the Chinese is still the highest compared to the Malays and Indians. The poverty rate of the Chinese is still the lowest in this country among the 3 major races. The unemployment is still the lowest among the Chinese. In terms of property ownership, we are still the highest for housing, for industrial estates, and for even hotels and hospitality. But we cannot deny that in the implementation process, there are people who benefit more than others. And this is the bone of contention. And this causes a lot of Chinese to be angry with the government. And NCA bears the burden of this. And to aggravate this, DAP is good in inciting the Chinese that NCA sell out and do not take care of Chinese. But DAP at the same time will try to package itself as a multiracial party. But it only dare to contest in Chinese majority constituency. If you are so multiracial, why don't you go to a multiracial constituency? NCA may be a mono-ethnic party, but our party constitution is very clear to protect the legitimate interests and the right of all people in accordance to the Malaysian constitution. So in this country, we have to balance the needs and the sensitivity of all races. No particular race will feel happy. In the same way, we sometimes feel that the government is giving too much to the Bumiputra. But at the same time, there are also a lot of Bumiputra who are not happy with the government. So this is the politics of balancing, and we believe that it is accommodation and not confrontation that we can achieve our objective.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I now ask the Chief Minister. Chief Minister, you had so eloquently stated earlier in the presentation that the DAP is a multiracial party, and you have argued that your policies